Okay. Well, I have had a lot of what I would call horror stories with cops over the years. I've met a lot of them. I know about 1,000 officers. I've been tried and convicted for the Rainbow Gathering, obviously, but which is kind of imprisoned by our federal prosecutors here. And of course I lost, but I'm at it again, and it's the Forest Service, obviously, so I'll go on with that. But a couple things. One, I'd like to mention one name here when you're talking about not federally prosecuting medical marijuana patients in Montana, except I want to name one person out of respect and love, and that was Robin Prosser, bless her heart, who was gone to the skies, who was literally hounded to death by the police. God bless you, but that's true, and she's now gone. Hopefully not forgotten. If it was up to me, it'd be the Robin Prosser of medical marijuana law. But anyway, just on down the trail here. A couple things you mentioned there. You mentioned about if we're at a protest. Well, we're going to have a protest, a peace rally, as we like to call it, not protest. It's a petition, like right in this says the First Amendment, petition. You have the right to petition. That's not a protest. That's a petition to the government, to the officers, to the federal, to the people. When we're out there at the courthouse on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and we're having a peace rally, and something happens and an officer comes up and starts a scene with somebody. Now, we have what's called cop watch, which we have at the gathering in lots of places. In other words, if I see somebody messing with being messed with by a cop, now whether I know what's going on or not, I stop. I like to witness. I like to act as a fair witness. I like to stand back a ways. If I got a camera, I get out of camera. Now,
do you have a question, sir?
Come into the question if you don't mind. And that is this. If I'm here, what is the distance? What is my right? Can I say, officer, I'm here acting as a fair witness to this person here being arrested. What's my how far do I have to be away? When an officer orders me away or comes up to arrest me for witnessing, where's that at? Okay, that's one of those things. Because that's a big deal. I've been at a lot of demonstrations over the years. I've been a fair witness, and I've been chased, and I've been run down. And my thing is like, and I've had other people arrested, we've had our cameras smashed. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Now, even if you're being polite, if the police are up, it's very difficult. And so I'd like you to, just kind of get a clarification about all that, about what's the distance? I mean, in the federal mind, in the state mind, the local police mind, what's the distance that you can stand away and be a fair witness? What's the distance that you can stand away with a video camera and video an arrest? What's that distance?
Can I add something to that question?
Oh, anything at all, please.
All right. Oh, do you guys remember the Rodney King video? Thanks, Barry, for that question. Remember the Rodney King video? Remember how much we appreciated being able to see that? We're like, oh my God. And I mean, it's horrible to watch, but I was happy that they had that on video, so we could, it's the truth. It's the witness. We all bore witness to that, and it changed. I think that kind of thing changes our communities. It's good for the good. So I think it's a good question. Imagine if an officer had walked up to the guy videoing Rodney King and busted that camera. We never could have seen that. And all of the things that happened, all the changes that were made as a result, would have been delayed. So, but that's a good question. And I'd like to see, I'm not going to be the first guy because I'll get beat up. I'll be the last guy to answer this one.
You the last guy?
Go ahead.
Actually, I want to follow up on what Craig was saying, and I think the reality is, we have the Bill of Rights, and it's important, and it protects us, but in this day and age, I sometimes feel like technology and media and your cell phone with the video camera on it is really one of our greatest protections. And it is interesting to see how often that comes up. And I also feel like what I said earlier is that it's not easy to assert your rights, and there may be costs in doing so. And sometimes those costs are worth paying. And it's important to recognize that you may pay a cost, but I don't know. I mean, I think that your question depends more on the officer in some ways. Now, no officer, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, you got video cameras in your car, so they appreciate they're videotaping at least some things that they like to videotape, but other things they may not have the same appreciation for. So I would, as far as you get, still focus, I guess would be mine.
Yeah.